Alright folks, how you doing? So, in this video I'm going to give my reaction to the conversation between King Edward and Prince Edward on how to deal with Wallace. And by the way, I know the quality of this video is absolutely shit, but this is the only video I could find on YouTube that shows this scene, so we're just going to have to make do. First of all, this is the most shit looking boat I've ever seen. Are you trying to tell me that the prince is walking around with this crap looking thing? Who the hell thought this was a good idea? Patrick McGowan, man. One hell of an actor. Well, the prince isn't a bad shot, I suppose, but why would you put that right in front of a chair? You know, it's just a good way to ruin a chair. Go outside into the yard or something, you know? Don't shoot at your furniture.
Scottish rebels have routed one of my garrisons and murdered the noble lord.
Not quite true. They murdered the sheriff. A sheriff is not the same thing as a lord.
I heard. This Wallace is a brigand, nothing more.
And how would you deal with this brigand?
Like any common thief, have the local magistrate arrest him and punish him accordingly.
Okay, much as I think Prince Edward in this movie is an asshole, that is the right answer. I mean, what was wrong with that answer? That is what you would do.
Vivas.
Except the princess, you just stay there, and her handmaiden who hasn't moved. I'm pretty sure that applied to everybody, but you know, never mind. Are you really trying to tell me that the king didn't notice him sulking behind the cabinet here? Come on.
Wallace has already killed the magistrate and taken control of the town.
Yeah, but he didn't know that, did he? He didn't know that until you told him. So what the hell did you hit him for? It's just lazy writing, in my opinion.
Stand up. Stand up. In the morning,
I thought he was almost choking him.
I depart for France to press our rights there.
There is some truth to this. I mean, you know, the Plantagenet royalty, they were descended from the same house as King Richard the Lionheart, the Angevin Empire. And, you know, Longshanks, as well as being the King of England, he was the Duke of Gascony. So there is all that to get into as well. But that's subject for another time.
And I leave you here to quell this little rebellion. Understood? Is it?
Man, they're really making Edward II look pathetic in this movie. Don't take this as gospel. You know, the real King Edward II was not this weakling that you see in this movie. It's not that simple. Or what you see in Outlaw King either, though that was nowhere near as bad.
One day you will be a king. At least try to act like one.
Great acting from Patrick McGowan, isn't it? I mean, the man was just awesome.
Get away from me! Convene my military council.
So you should have done in the first place, mate, instead of showing off with your crappy bow. But, you know. And Sophie Marceau, I think she was around about 30 when this film was made, if I remember right when I looked it up, but she looks a bit younger than that.
J'espère que votre mari ira en Écosse. Hein? Pour toi, Wallace.
That guy going to Scotland, I can't see it happening.
Comme ça, vous serez veuve.
I wouldn't be really saying that out loud because people back then were multilingual. A lot of English people, especially if they were aristocrats, could speak French, so they would understand every single word that you just said. But nevertheless, it's a movie and it's a pretty lazily written one, so there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching.